The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. In motion right is Ridley. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Ready. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Viking 18. Ready.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
From the 41, here's second down and 7. Flacco. And the Chiefs are going to get him. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wells. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a second and 10.
At the 60, at the 60. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to the ground with ETN. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll audible to something else. Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
Kansas City suited Valdez-Scantling well, and he produced a new career high in receptions and nearly in yards as well. One of football's best deep threats. He seems tailor-made for this offense, and he gets them a first down.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Easy.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Pacheco. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Flacco here on second down. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
And now an audible here into something else. Once more, it's Flacco. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go pass again with Flacco. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yellow. Attack, attack. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
43, 15.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Mahomes now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Yellow.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 43.
A man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Pacheco is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Pacheco once more, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs have regained the lead. He's definitely making his mark early in the year from the tight end position. 2 games played, 2 touchdowns.
And from what I've seen on tape so far this year, his ability to use the fakes well, his body in the red zone, they should continue to look his way through the entire season.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On the jump. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating off play action, Flacco. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Tag!
Flacco from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Go! Cougar 19!
And again, it's Flacco to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow, yellow.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure toward.
But I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds, because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Backing into the end zone, Flacco. A short throw to Ingram. A little juke. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Flacco. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now here's Ross. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter,
They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
15.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. Powers through. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Flacco. They'll get this off to ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
Bravo 80.
From the gun, Flacco. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Warriors 70.
Now Flacco. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now they can't bring him down. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
43.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. To about the 26 here. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Short throw rolled in by Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's brought down. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Josh Allen, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They fake the give, now Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Flacco. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Play action. Flacco. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come 19! Come 19!
They go pass again with Flacco. There's the stiff arm. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Running out of the gun with ETN. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Flacco. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Jones will come now in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. Flacco. Caught on the right side by Jones. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. come up 1st and 10 here.
Hiking 18.
Passing play, Flacco. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Yellow. Hey, yellow, go. What's that?
Here's Pacheco once again. Oh, shifts past him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 30 yards. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 2-0 start. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Yellow.
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get into the end zone here, although there is a flag down, but this could very well be a hold anyway. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2.
Yellow.
Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, the penalty takes them all the way back to the 12. You don't see many 2-point conversions that go in from the 12, do you?
No, you really don't, but in a strange way, it actually opens up the field a little bit, maybe expands what you can call on offense, and they took advantage of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they take a knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
Let's go.
And they will take a knee here. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it.